Today, the hottest topic on every social media guru's mind, influencing. Love it or hate it.
Welcome to Heel Talk, y'all, where we get the real talk on Burju shoes. We give you the behind the scenes of a company that's trying to have a positive impact while showing you the insides of our industry, the business, and all the things. So I'm your girl, Burju.
And I'm Hannah.
And let's get into it.
We are in a period, I know y'all have seen the whole de-influencing trend. I know y'all have seen that. It's a little spicy. The girls got a little bit mad. The girls are fighting. But it's okay because we need to talk about it.
Yeah, we should talk about it. So here's the thing. Influencing for a brand or any business, if you have, whether it's a little kind of art, DIY craft business you have at home, you sell this jewelry, or whether you have a brand or whatnot, influencing is a huge topic. It's the way that businesses and brands are doing marketing nowadays. It's how we're reaching the people. And it's more effective in a way than some of the paid advertisings or things that you'd see, that you traditionally see. But when is it done wrong or unethically? And what is it, like, what is the impact we're having by choosing the methods we're choosing to do it? So we're going to talk about how we approach influencing as a brand, and just kind of even on the flip side of it, how we see it impacting our community, and just what we're doing about it, and see if y'all like what we have to talk about. And of course, give us any feedback down in the comments.
Let us know how you feel about influencing or de-influencing. So what is influencing? I'm sure we all know influencing is when someone gets paid to promote a product because they have a large social media following and some sort of influence over their viewers. But then we get into the question of, what if the product sucks? What if the recommendation for this product isn't an honest review? Because of course someone is getting paid to promote this product. So at what point are we promoting bad products, essentially?
Another thing to consider is, at what cost is promoting something that's bad just for the sake of promoting it because you're being paid to? So one, the influencer is losing trust with their audience, if you will. But also the brand. Personally, I feel that having someone say, read a script about my product, our product, and to the world, and have it not be accurate, I think the long-term effects of that are quite detrimental to our business. So I don't think it's a good practice, to be honest.
Here's my disclaimer. I think everyone deserves the opportunity to get your bag. If you are an influencer, you know what I'm saying, social media has opened up a range of jobs, essentially. It's a certain kind of employment. People can have their side hustle through Instagram. I am in full-fledged support of that.
As a brand, and specifically one that is working with an industry of artists, dancers, movers, I would rather pay people in this craft, in this industry, than a big corporation or a big marketing agency or, dare I say, Google. Yes, that is a way to get our stuff out there, but I'd rather give it to people. I'd rather put the money in people's pockets to promote it. That being said,
true. That's the flip side of influencing, is that it does provide people with a form of making some money, and also you have to put money directly into a human being's pocket rather than a business. However, at what point are these influencers becoming the very business that we are not trying to invest in? So I guess the question is, here at Burju Shoes, we don't necessarily invest in influencers per se. We are not seeking out people with high followings to pay them to review a product. That's not necessarily what we do. But how would you describe what we do?
It's kind of a hodgepodge or multiple different things that we do. Initially, we started off as a brand that catered to the Latin and ballroom dance market. Very, very, very niche down. And back then, I myself was actually, I would say, my own influencer, because at that time, little flex.
Little plug.
At that time, I was a professional Latin dancer. So being that I already had an audience, that when I was traveling and doing gigs, I would have, hundreds of people in a class or workshop, and I could promote my own gig. And this is, this is still talking, I'm going to age myself for a second, but this is still like early 2000s. So the whole pop off of Instagram and definitely not TikTok hadn't happened yet. So it was very much still influencing, but on a not so digital scale. It was more still one-on-one within your classes, within your, we had a studio at the time. So that's the way we got the word across. I was wearing the product, of course, and any of my dancers or people I trained would wear them. So that's how we were influencing people to be like, oh, wow, what are you wearing? What's on your feet? Why do you choose those? Why are they good? What works, right? Then we started basically wanting to expand, and what we did was gift some of these to some other instructors of either cross-reference, like we would get into samba or zouk or bachata, like we did more of the salsa, cha-cha-cha. So we would, to try to also tap into other people's basically markets. So I would just say, hey, I'd love for you to try my shoes. Let me know what you think. I just would love your feedback. If you care to share with people because you've had a good experience, great. If not, if you just want to give me your feedback, tell me what's good about it, what you don't like about it, what can be improved, because you're also using this product in ways that may differ from the way I'm using them. So your feedback is valued. So it was more of an exchange of love for you to try it, give me your feedback. If you choose to share it, great. If not, totally understand.
Yeah, the up and coming kind of small business, please test my product, tell me how I can improve. If you love it, I'm sure you will share it, just because that's kind of how it works, word of mouth. Yeah. But I would argue that as Burju Shoes grew, we continue to use the same principles of the word of mouth for our marketing. So our influencing is by having people test out the shoes and sharing their experiences, whether it's positive or negative. At a certain point, when it was a smaller business, I'm sure that you were getting more direct, personal, accounts of what the shoes were. Now that we have a following and that there are, thousands of people in Burju Shoes that love to train and practice and dance in these shoes or just wear them because they're stylish, free plug, go check them out. I think that we have still utilized the word of mouth because people, don't get me wrong, you Instagram reviewers, wow. I'm talking about Yelp level. The girl has the girls gagged. The way that you can be so brutal on such a platform, social media provides a platform for anybody who is anybody to provide a review as honest, as cruel, as brutal as you want. At the same time that you can hype up, be everybody's hype woman, hype man, hype person. But I think that has ultimately aided our business because we love a bad review. We love a criticism because tell us so we can fix it. At the end of the day, we love y'all. The Burju fam is like, I'm trying to look out for you. So if there's an issue with a product, if there's an issue with a service, beep our line, which y'all do. Thanks for the communicating. Set your boundaries, stink. And we will fix that problem. So I think at the same time, honest influencing is being receptive to criticism as well. And I think that we've succeeded there.
Absolutely, absolutely. Each comment, each review, each email, each whatever method is used to contact us, it's read. Over the years, we've taken the feedback, applied it, grown, and so actually, I love a negative review because it actually does motivate me to make sure that I'm really checking everything in each process to make sure it's doing right. And that's why we also guarantee the product, because at the end of the day, if something goes wrong with the product, we ensure that it's going to be replaced. Now, the positive reviews, which thankfully over the years, as we've continued to build the product up, make it better and better and the service up, we haven't had to ask or coax or pay for people. Go on YouTube right now. You can, just search Burju Shoes reviews. Are they worth it? Like I've said,
true.
Whoever's doing them, I love them. I've seen them out there, and it's wonderful. And
we watch them. No, thank you for putting out content.
Watch them and learn from them. So it's really powerful, and it's powerful because the people reviewing are honest. They're like, I'm not paid for this review. This wasn't even sponsored. A lot of them are even paying customers. Which, to be honest with you, I've reached out to some of them myself and said, I really appreciate this, and I'd love to kind of give you something else to review this time. Let me gift it to you, whatever. So it's always a win-win. But the honest, authentic reviews that come from just a person that's genuinely like, look, I made an investment in a product And now I want to share that with you, my community, my
Mhm.
experiences, so that you either don't make the same mistakes I did, or, see that it worked for me so that it might also work for you in your situation.
Sure.
So we love a
I love
honest
a review. Good, bad, whatever. As long as you're being honest. You know what I'm
All of
saying?
it.
Don't lie on us, but y'all never do. And I love that about you. Thank you. Beyond the product reviews, the reviews that have always been most concerned with in my role, I used to be in charge of our social media accounts, and now I work in sustainability, in community partnership, in upholding our brand values. That's kind of my focus. I am always concerned with the reviews of our brand values, period. If we post something about social justice, if we post some commentary on a current event, I am reading every single comment. I'm vetting them to make sure they're not bigoted comments, because you will be blocked. But aside from that, I want to make sure that y'all are holding us accountable for meeting our sustainability goals, for meeting our social justice goals, for upholding our brand values of being representative of our community, of being inclusive. And those kinds of reviews also, and the way that you all view our integrity as a brand is extremely important to us. So that kind of honesty, keep it coming. Please let us know even if you want to comment the way that you view our brand beyond the product. I would love to hear the way that we've, tried to build ourselves up on social media and in real life. But yeah, those kinds of reviews are very important to us as well.
Yes, I agree. And I guess, so going back to the original question about influencing and, use them, don't use them. So I think what's important for any brand that's trying to market themselves, get the word out about themselves digitally on these platforms, I think what is key here is this is a collaboration. We provide you with something, you want to give us an honest review, you can do that. Beyond that, there are paid opportunities, but even in our paid opportunities, we do not provide a script. Mm-hmm. We do, and not even really a guideline, because to be honest, it's more important that the individual that is providing the content or the video stays true to their style of communication, artistry. I don't feel comfortable telling a creator how they should be creating just because they're using my product. Because again, same thing. I mean, we're in the creative spaces, right? It's like, I'm not going to go and tell a creator how they should be creative. I wouldn't interrupt their creative process. So sometimes I'm asked, like, what do you want in this video? And I'm like, honestly, community guidelines aren't
Within community
guidelines for our community, the digital platforms that we're using and all those things, as long as we're there and we are supportive. Clearly, if we're speaking to you, we already feel confident that you are a creator that's going to be respectful of other human beings and their choices and styles and creativity. So I think there's that initial kind of like, we want to make sure this creator is in line with our messaging, because if they're not, I don't know if we should engage in the first place. But so beyond that, it's like, what do you need? What is the aesthetic you're going for? And we'll provide it, and then have the artistic freedom to create something beautiful. And I think there's something so powerful in that, because what's created then is so much more beyond what my capacity for envisioning what it could be is. That was a lot of words in one thing. But the point is, what I think I want from this creator and what they actually come up with, because they're given the creative freedom to be as authentic and genuine and true to themselves and their own brand, it's just magical. And it's like, I couldn't have asked for something better. So we've been able to get such amazing influencer style videos because everyone's working within their creative voice, their creative sphere. And then we can honestly say that these are authentic, reviews. These are honest, original, and things like that. So for anyone that wants to do it, influencing is not bad. I just think, as a brand reaching out to influencers, I think it's worth I know you might be afraid, like, oh, what are they going to say? What if they don't say the right things? I mean, you might want to give them just facts, like bullet points on well, this is a dance shoe. It has this type of a shank,
Right.
a heel, the upper is made, they're vegan. Like, those are just facts.
They're vegan.
You know what I'm saying? But other than that, have at it. Like, do you want to do a
Exactly.
transition? Do you want to do a get ready with me? Do you want to say, come with me to a dance class? Or, whatever that looks like, let that be you and your voice, and then see the magic that can happen. And I think everyone that uses social media in general is wiser. Like, I don't know. I feel like I can tell. I just can tell if someone's selling me something. And nobody wants to be sold.
I know, because I know y'all scroll TikTok. Don't lie. We be scrolling TikTok a little too long, just like me. And when I hit an ad, even though it's like a creator, off rip, I'm like, that's an ad. And then I look down at the little comment and I see paid ad. Yeah, I could tell.
Ad.
I could tell. But I feel like we are always working away from that, because influencing, it is work. And even if we're not paying someone for their opinion or for a specific opinion, we are still providing, for example, like shoes. We're gifting shoes, or we're helping subsidize a video that they want to create or a project that they want to utilize. And that's because if we can do one thing, we are in an artistic industry, and our ability to invest in the arts and in the arts of creators of all walks of life, of all followings, is really important to us, because everyone deserves the opportunity to create something beautiful. It's expensive. I know y'all see the price of eggs right now. Can you imagine what lights and shoes is? Yeah. But our ability to almost like pay influencers to create and to be artists, just to hear their opinions as well, whether it be positive or negative, both of those reviews will benefit us. Because we either get, a pat on the shoulder for doing a good job, or we get something to work on. And there's always need for something else to work on. If it's one thing about us, we love a new project. So there's almost no way to lose. If you're in our kind of business where you're selling accessories or clothing or, merchandise that can be utilized by someone, especially in an artistic capacity, and even fashion, like styling, that's an art. And so being able to invest in people and have them kind of test their creative abilities that we may have never thought of, and seeing their unique perspective, and also being able to source from such a large pool of followers and artists that are truly representative of the populace as a whole and of our community, makes it so much easier, to pull from a representative group of people, to also be able to, we get to turn around and showcase all of these artists on our own platform, which benefits us because obviously we get content, but more importantly, we get to showcase some people that may have a smaller platform than us on a larger one to bring them more traction.
Absolutely, absolutely. And even in those spaces, there's always an opportunity for that person to have their voice. If we've decided on a mutually beneficial relationship where we're going to promote their content, whether it's they're promoting their classes in their local town or their project or up and coming showcase, and we literally have this text box for them to fill out, like, what caption do you want? We're in the business of uplifting and supporting our community and showcasing the diversity, the talent, creativity, all of it of our crew, of our family. Just again, speaking from the brand side of things, there's nothing more powerful than a review or a compliment or a share that comes from someone that you didn't even ask for. Like, it's just, the magnitude is just so strong, and people can tell. And so even just a little, like, that little, share thing on the Instagram where they're like, I'm gonna send this to my bestie because this was cool. Like that is, believe it or not, you're being an influencer because you're telling your friend circle, hey, check this out, right? So those are really important. Those are ways that you can support your fellow business owners, small or big or whatever, but by sharing their content, that's free.
That's free.
And again, it's all because you see value in the product or service and you want to share that value with people that you value, right? It's all about that.
Yeah, and in my humble opinion, this is the best way to influence. You know what I'm saying? If you have a worthwhile product and a worthwhile brand that you have worked hard on building up, then you will reap what you sow, essentially. If you build a customer base that you truly care about and you want to listen to and you want to actively participate and invest in, the results will show. And that's why thankfully we have had growth for the past few years.
Absolutely. If you're an influencer out there, consider aligning yourself with the brands that are in line with your values.
Mm-hmm.
And that way, whatever you're communicating, paid or unpaid or exchange or whatever, it's authentic, it's real. Finding those partnerships and collaborations and, saying no to the ones that don't serve you.
Mm-hmm.
I think in the long run, you'll see better results and you'll find brands flocking to you because they're like, this person is always authentic. They clearly care about their audience. I think this isn't going anywhere. I think de-influencing, yes, it's a trend, but I think influencing existed since before it was a career path for people, and it will continue to exist, whether it's digitally in the metaverse, one-on-one. We influence our spheres, our circles. So it's not going anywhere. I think what's going to happen is it's exploded, and now people are going to learn and understand how to really do it in a meaningful, impactful way. And the ones that are clearly doing it for profit only, they're going to start
phasing out almost.
They're going to start phasing out. And, and if that's the big corporations, look, I'm all for it. We're a little smaller company over here, and I'm for the small companies that are trying to do things, that are trying to be a little bit socialist in their ways of doing things, that are giving back to their communities, treating people right, paying people right. Those are the ones that need to win. So that's why we're out here being honest and raw and real, from the way we talk to and work with influencers to the way we show up on this podcast now. Because I think through authenticity and being real talk, heel talk, we will hopefully attract the people that are for us. And we're not, I think we've been saying this for a while now. We don't want you to buy our product, like, if it's not for you. Like, we don't want to have to convince you that you need this shoe. Not, hey, listen, I'm a mom of 2. As much as I love me the heels, I'm not wearing them 24/7. I've got to run around kids, and while they are more comfortable, they're not convenient. So am I going to sell that to someone that doesn't have the lifestyle for it? No. But if you're a heel lover and need them for an occasion, need them because you have a profession in dance or a profession that requires you to wear them, whatever, we're providing a more comfortable solution. But I'm a fan of the flats too, and the sneakers and the boots and everything.
And we sell flats. And I also I think at the end of the day, summing it all up, I think in this business, and any business, is a service industry. I've worked in the real life service industry. If you've ever worked at a restaurant, retail, I'm glad you made it out, maybe. And if you're still in it, keep fighting, shorty. But at the end of the day, we serve our customers. Every business serves its customers. And so regardless of the review, it's still our job to serve y'all the best that we can give you. And I think influencing is helpful because it helps us serve y'all better and serve our community better. Whatever review we get from y'all is just information for us to bookmark and then make our products better, make our processes better, be better to the environment, be better to combat overconsumption, to be inclusive. And it's a learning process, but at the end of the day, we serve a community, and that's why I think it's important for businesses, especially e-commerce businesses, I'm sure y'all are aware of this, to be just a little bit scared of your customers. Not that I'm scared of y'all, but the way that they be reading on social media, everyone should be a little scared. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think customers should put a little bit of fear into the businesses that they're investing in, just to ensure that accountability, to ensure that you're going to be treated well by this business, by this product. And the idea that almost everyone is an influencer now because of social media, and you influence just your platform, whatever that platform may be, is crucial. It's critical. Because boy, oh boy, can y'all read somebody for filth on the interwebs.
Facts.
Lord, it's incredible, and I'd be entertained. I never want to be on the bad end of it. But I love scrolling through. I love listening. And it also gives me a good idea of what I want to invest in and what I don't. So at the end of the day, again, helpful.
Yeah, you can think about influencing a new opportunity to influence brands to do better. Because think about it this way. If you're not saying what you want them to say, they'll have no excuse but to put quality product out. There's a lot of rainbow washing and all kinds of things happening. Well, how about influencers say, well, I need to see that this is actually what you believe in. I need to see that you're doing the work. Or no, I'm not going to push this product. And if it's a crap product, I'm not going to push this product either, no matter what it is. So there's a lot of power in influencing, and I think it's going to become not just one-dimensional, but like multi-directional, which is really, really cool. So I know I've been influenced as the owner from our customers, as you said, through the feedback that's been given. I'm like, okay, I didn't see that point of view before. I do understand it now. I see value. I see where I missed the mark, and I'm going to step it up because we are in the service. It is a product, but we are in this. We serve a community. We want to do right by this community. We want to celebrate, uplift, and really always, it's about adding value. It's about a long-term relationship. I would rather serve a smaller, very concise group of people that know everything about what we stand for, what we're doing, and believe in our product than like the masses.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, it's an interesting conversation. It's one to continue and see how it evolves.
Yeah,
this is just our hot take.
Exactly, it's a little hot take.
A little hot take on the spicy conversation of de-influencing. I think keep it up. I hope the brands that are being featured in these de-influencing videos are listening. This is it. And I don't think it's a bad thing. I think it's opportunity. The bad ones are a lesson. It's an opportunity to show people that you've been listening and you value their input, and you put it to work and make the product or the service better. And that will have a return on investment so big because people are like, all right, you messed up, but you fixed it.
Exactly.
You listened.
Exactly.
You were accountable.
You care.
And I think that's valuable. So
let us know what you think.
Please.
I'm so excited because it's such a hot topic.
Fun little convo.
Let us know in the comments what you think.
And catch us next time for Heel Talk, where we talk the real talk of all things Burju shoes. Thanks for joining us. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Bye.